I'm going to try not to fixate on this annoying lingering cough that I've had the past week because I feel like the more that I talk about it, the more that it happens. And today I am actually feeling the best that I have in the past 2 weeks. I was sick last week, and this week I'm still recovering. So I'm going to stay hydrated, and hopefully I'm not having any coughing fits. I think I'm past that point, but we'll see what happens. I suppose I could make cuts to the video if I'm coughing all throughout it, but I would prefer not to do that. So, anyways, greetings. It is it is very nice to be here. It's been a few weeks. I have been thinking about YouTube a lot, and I just haven't felt very creative in the past few weeks. And I do feel like I need to tap in a little bit when I make a video. And it's also just me being my true self by doing that. Otherwise, I'd be forcing myself to do that. And I don't want to do that, obviously. So, this can't keep happening. So, yeah, I've just been busy. I've been focusing on the grind. Work has been picking up, which is great. And when I'm focusing on the grind, I don't feel very creative. Maybe I need to take a Zyrtec. Damn it, I thought I was past this. I need to go find my Zyrtec. I've secured the allergy relief because nothing is worse than having a coughing fit when I'm in session with a client. And that's what I've been dealing with for the past week. So, right, I guess I'm just gonna have to make cuts to the damn video. It just feels like too time consuming. I think it's the only way I'm gonna get through it, so. Art and love are key expressions of your freedom. I came across this statement in something that I was reading today. Let me read it one more time. Key expressions. I've never really viewed myself as an artist because I don't necessarily convey my artistic expression on any type of like medium. I guess sometimes I write and I guess I make videos now. But you know, I'm not like a painter or whatever, a sculptor, so, or a musician, by the technical definition of those things. However, I realize that that doesn't need to be the case. I feel like everybody has. Actually, I don't know. I'm curious to know what you guys think. Do you feel like everybody has artistic expression of any sort? I feel like everyone has the opportunity to tap into that, but it takes a certain level of consciousness, I think, to get there. Art is obviously really expressive, and in order to express, you have to feel what you're expressing, and in order to feel, you have to give yourself permission to do that and recognize that you have things to feel rather than repress. So that's just an interesting thought I had just now. Art being related to opening up another level of your consciousness and going a little bit deeper within that. I feel like that's something that I do intentionally when I feel like I need it. And I ideally have it all the time, but you know, life gets busy. You get pulled outward a little bit more than inward, maybe. So that's kind of how I felt the past few weeks. I mean, I always feel like I'm still living within myself and making the most meaning out of each day. But yeah, I'm just focused a little bit more on, I don't know, whatever it is, making money, just, you know, paying bills, living life, adult responsibilities, you know. It's not the most creative endeavor, paying bills and whatnot. Um, Soulcraft. Soulcraft is another term that I read about today. This idea that your lifestyle is your canvas and your lifestyle is your canvas. Like, that is, it felt like it was written to me. Like, or it was written for me. It feels like it was written for me. So I feel very seen. I feel very seen lately by, I don't know by who. I think by just everything around me. Or maybe I'm just feeling very seen because I'm seeing myself. I think that's very possible. But I do feel like I've been connecting with the people that I've needed to connect with lately too. And you guys being those people. And like I've expressed before, I'm obviously very thrilled about that. So, this idea of feeling more compassionate and more connected to everything around me. And I've been feeling this way for a while within the past year, as I talked about it in my last video a bit, my relationship with Stoicism and how my life has shifted within the past year, and how I've been grappling with the concept of death and shifting from codependence to independence to interdependence. I also read that earlier today. And it just feels like everything around me has life. Another good thought, no longer being a victim of the world, shifting that perspective to you are the world. I am the world. And I've been feeling that lately. I feel like I don't really know how to put what I'm feeling into words. I'm just feeling really connected. Feeling really connected to myself, to the world around me, and again, even to like inanimate objects around me, like treating everything with compassion, slowing down, recognizing all of this is kind of an illusion, turning fear into creative courage. I still get really sad when I think about death and when I think about grief and grieving loved ones. If we're setting the emotional aspect of that aside a little bit and just looking at the concept as a whole of death, the denial of death, I have found creative courage in that, and I feel that my once fear of death, which has now turned into a relationship that I have with the concept of death, which has led me to learning more about myself and the world outside of myself and the world within myself, and finding comfort in the unknown while also at the same time kind of feeling like I know. I mean, nobody knows, but if you give yourself permission to look and live within and without, being connected with yourself and with everything and everybody around you, then you know. I think that is the most peaceful life that you can live. Why wouldn't connection and interconnectedness and kindness and compassion, why wouldn't it give you a peaceful life? So I think I cracked the code. All right. I feel like this is going to take me forever to edit. I really just wanted to do a stream flow. I mean, this is a stream flow, but I just was coughing and interrupted too many times, and it would break my thought pattern. So it is what it is for this video, but until next time, farewell.